Should you stop dating someone because of different political views? I just had a client break up with an amazing man because of his political beliefs, and now she regrets it. Stay until the end to discover the relationship advice that could save your love life. As a relationship therapist and consultant for over 20 years, I haven't seen more unhinged responses to our recent elections. There were calls on social media to leave your partner and stay single in case that he voted for a different candidate. I won't mention names here, I really don't want to get into politics in this video. But most importantly, should you ditch the guy if he's voting for someone you don't like? Before I share my views, hit that like button if you are also stunned with people's comments in social media, and if you disagree and think you or any other woman should leave their partner if they voted for the opposite party, let me know down below. Let's have a nice debate or conversation. In the next few minutes, I'll reveal 3 surprising dating tips about political differences in relationships, and tip number 2 might completely change your dating success. Let me share what happened to this client I mentioned. Jessica met this incredible man, successful, emotionally available, great communicator. A lot of their values were aligned. They both cared about family, health, and they both had similar views on world politics even. But during the election, when she learned that he was voting for the candidate she didn't like, they got into a big argument. Jessica said some mean things to her partner and he simply stopped calling her. I don't blame him considering what she said to him. She was also really upset about the election results and she found refuge in conversing with like-minded people on social media. People shared how terrible everything is and they exaggerated the negative qualities of the candidate. But after talking with me, Jessica realized that she overreacted and that she was mean to her partner. Stay tuned because later I'll share exactly how I helped her process her thoughts and feelings and realize what truly matters. I will tell you what she did next and how it transformed her relationship. After some exploration, we realized that Jessica's generational trauma was triggered due to all these social media exaggerations. There was a lot of talk about how women will lose all human rights, like in The Handmaid's Tale. It's a reasonable concern if we take into account the opinions of the most extreme fundamentalists in the country. But the fact is, if you see the polls, American people are not extreme. The majority of people in America don't want the Handmaid's Tale situation, naturally due to all the narratives. Jessica felt so betrayed by her partner that she didn't feel safe to continue with him, thinking that he must have the same attitudes as the most extreme followers. She didn't give him a chance to express his views at all. Stay tuned and I will tell you what happened to Jessica and how she reconciled with her partner. Before I get there, here is a quick question. What matters more, political alignment or emotional connection? Think about it and let me know in the comments below. Let me ask you another question. When you are lonely on a cold winter night, will your party or a favorite political candidate be there for you? I don't think they will. What about social media? Most people will move on and live their lives. They will not be there for you because you ditched your guy to support your party. Your political views won't keep you warm at night. Now, should you abandon all your values and be with someone that completely doesn't align with you? If you're anything like me, you will definitely not abandon your principles for a relationship. Here are some red flags that actually deserve your attention. He dismisses your opinions completely by devaluing them or saying that only his ways are legitimate. Or he tries to change your political views. He can't be with you and respect that you may have different opinions. He can't discuss differences respectfully and can't imagine that someone who doesn't think like him is also an intelligent person. These are some problematic red flags you may want to explore further because this way in which he handles political discussions may spill in other aspects of life. Which of these red flags have you experienced? Type 1, 2, or 3 in the comments. Remember Jessica? Here is what happened. She realized her partner shared her core values about family, personal growth, and mutual respect. Jessica felt that she made a mistake. She should have at least given him a chance to explain his reasons for voting the way he voted. What really happened here is that she was not able to stay present and have a reasonable exchange with her partner due to her fears that took over. We call this fight or flight state. This is a survival strategy useful to protect ourselves from a tiger when it chases us. But when we have a conversation with a loved one, it just causes further alienation and more hurt. We can't hear or understand our partner in that state. This is why it's essential to process your feelings before expressing your needs and boundaries. This is what Jessica did, but after the breakup. She called him, apologized for lashing out at him. She also explained how consuming social media led her to feel threatened. He was very understanding and he showed empathy for her fears. He also explained his political views and revealed how he voted for his candidate because he felt that the candidate is actually more on the left on certain issues that mattered to him. Jessica realized that their values are more aligned than she thought. She realized that she's been too focused on the constant negative catastrophizing narratives on social media. What's the important message for you here in terms of relationships? You need to know your values and boundaries clearly. This is something I help women clarify. Then it becomes easy to determine who may or may not be right for you when you meet them. Another important aspect is knowing which of these values and boundaries matter to you and how they may or may not affect your relationship. For instance, I could care less about football. My husband enjoys watching games, but that's fine with me because we spend plenty of time together. I can enjoy my own time while he's watching a game. A different example could be that I'm a vegetarian and I care about animal welfare. I don't judge people for eating meat, but I could not live with someone who cooks meat in the house. All these boundaries are personal and you need to define them for yourself. You must know how to express your emotions, disagreements, and boundaries. You are not always aligned with others from the start. Good relationships are created with good communication. In my program, I teach women how to express themselves from the place of self-love instead of the place of resentment. This approach allows men to get to know you and decide if they want to grow to be in a relationship with you, to love you just the way you are, and to share their heart with you. This approach causes men to want to be a better man for you instead of withdrawing and running away from arguments. How can you figure this all out? I highly recommend working with someone who's an attachment trauma expert and who focuses on romantic relationships. Let me tell you, romantic relationships will trigger us the most. But for now, here is a practical guide that can help you deal with potential political differences. The values assessment method will help you make sure you are with someone who is aligned with you. This isn't about political parties, it's about core values. Here is how it works. Look at his actions, not just his words. Notice how he treats others, especially those who disagree with him. Observe his approach to personal growth and learning. Pay attention to his views on family, career, and life goals. All this will give you a bit more insight into what kind of person he is and if you want to share your life with him. For example, he may vote differently, but share your values about hard work, family, and personal development. The second tip is the respect test. This is crucial because it reveals how he handles differences. Watch for the following. Does he listen to understand or just to respond? Can he disagree without becoming dismissive? Does he respect your right to your own views? How does he talk about people who think differently? I had a client who discovered her partner passed this test beautifully when he said, "I don't agree with your view, but I appreciate you sharing your perspective. Help me understand more." Can you see how healing it is to hear this? Someone finally cares to hear and understand us. This is what we all crave. Can you also see how you can have a beautiful relationship with this kind of person? The third tip is the love-building communication framework. This is your practical tool for discussing differences. Start with curiosity instead of judgment. Ask more follow-up questions. Assume the best possible scenario about the person because that will allow your partner to feel free to open up. Use I statements to share your perspective. Focus on understanding rather than converting. Set boundaries around political discussions. Hey, if it's too aggravating, you can decide not to talk about it. Request respect by allowing you to keep your opinion. Create safe spaces for honest dialogue. For instance, rather than saying you're wrong about this, try I see this differently because of my experience with. These three methods work together to help you build a strong relationship based on mutual respect and understanding, regardless of political differences. If you're ready to find love based on what truly matters, join my free masterclass Meet the One. You'll learn the new game changing approach to courting and dating designed specifically to help you attract quality relationship ready men who don't stop putting in the effort when you start falling in love. Discover why traditional dating advice doesn't work for grown, successful women. You know, the ones who tell you to wait and the right one will come, which winds up making you feel powerless and confused. Uncover the captivating communication that holds the keys to your either magnetizing your dream man towards you or ultimately pushing away those that suck. So click the link below. Tell me what's your biggest takeaway from this video. Share below and let's support each other in finding genuine love. Remember, love isn't about finding your political twin. It's about finding someone who respects, supports, and grows with you. Like, subscribe, and share this video so we all can build a more secure world, one relationship at a time.